Hey everybody, Quilting Marine here. So didn't want to leave you behind, okay, or get left behind probably by now. Most of you are probably quilting experts, but for those of you who are still quilting at the same level that I am, what I did was I put together three. I don't know if you can see from the off-road side. Okay, so I call the back side the off-road side because when I drive with my machine, I call this the off-road because you're going over all these stitches and bumps and stuff. All right, but you see I got three strips right here, right? I put them together, and underneath I have the other three. This is just how I do it. There's no rules to it. Watch out, Doggie. And the other three are underneath. Okay. So now I'm putting the two halves together. I didn't know if I should show you it or not. So when in doubt, I guess teach it out. Okay. So I'm putting the three strips together. Remember what we did. Remember when we put our sashings on and we want to match our sashings. Same thing when you put your two halves together. All right. See that? See how we want to match that up? And I'm putting my pins in. Okay. And we're just going to sew it down. We're going to put the 3 and 3 together, which will make a 6 strip quilt top, I guess. So I'm going a little heavy on these, on pins on this one because I got the two halves trying to pull away from one another. And all we're going to do is same thing we did with the rest of the strips. We're going to put a 1/4 inch seam in right along the edge. And then we'll have our two halves together, okay? And then after we have our two halves together, we can start working on a border. And we decided we're gonna go with a gray border, that stone-looking border for this. And then we're gonna bind it with the orange, okay? That's what we're gonna go with. But for right now, we're joining our two halves, okay? Took a little while to get here, but we're here. Okay, and that's what counts. All right. So let's make sure. Let's pin this right here. I'm gonna make sure we're along the edge there. I'm just gonna pin along the way. All right. Pin along the way. And we're gonna make sure this is matched up. All right. There. It's close enough for. Not work. Pin this. All right. Okay, so we get this thing pinned, and then when I sew it, we'll peel it open and we'll see what we have, okay? So when I come back, we'll have a quilt top sewn together, all right? I want you to understand how I do mine. You know, I'll cut it in half. I'll do three strips, or if it's 5, I'll do 2 and then 3, and then I'll join them together. I usually don't strip, because somehow it turns out, I don't know, crooked sometimes. I don't know what it is, all right? Hopefully somebody will teach me how to do that. But for right now, for those of us who are rookies at this game, this is how I do it, all right? So when I come back, we'll peel it open and you'll see a quilt top, all right? Be right back. All right, everybody, so we put the two halves together, okay? And we're gonna open this thing up here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get a total measurement all the way around so I know how much border and binding I need, okay? We're gonna go with the gray border. We're gonna border this baby, bind it, send it on its way. We're gonna mail it to the lady who ordered it. Oh yeah, that's right next door. Okay. Let's take a look here. So, get it laid out, stretched out, and we're gonna pull out our trusty dusty measuring tape, okay? So we're definitely at over 100 inches, I think. What do you think? I think so. All right, so let's lay this thing out here on the edge. Now, I usually tend to measure maybe 3/4 in and not the edge, because sometimes edges aren't true. So we'll get on the edge here. pull this out. We all right. Watch out. Gunner, watch out. Gunner. 110. 110 inches. So times that by 2, that's 220. Okay, so we're going to need 110 lengthwise of a border to go from edge to edge. Okay? Now, if I was doing, say, let's do a 4-inch. We're going to do we'll do a 4-inch border. So with a 4-inch border, that's 8. That's going to be 118 inches if I'm going from length to count for the 4 inches that I'm adding here. Okay? But if I stay at 110, I'll just get to the edge. All right? So I hope I'm explaining this right. Watch out, Connor. I'll bring it to the edge. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with the 108 because I want to come past here in order to catch my 4-inch border here. Yes, Papa. I understand. I understand. He knows the math. If Gunner knows the math, then I know the math. All right? You're talking. This is a guy who hooked through high school. Okay. What we're gonna do is Might as well
introduce him while we.
All right. This is Gunner. Okay. Gunner was a rescue. He's half pit bull, half something. I don't know what the other thing is, but it has a lot of energy, whatever it is. Okay. And he is the troublemaker of the house. Okay. He keeps everybody in line. He's a great dog. My wife's co-worker had a family member who was having issues, and she abandoned him, pretty much. The long story short is he was abandoned. He was really skinny, really, really small, and the co-worker asked if we would take him on, so we took him on. I went out there, go pick him up. He actually lived out in the woods for a while because he was abandoned. Went out there to pick him up, drove up in the car, opened the door, and he jumped right in and sat right down. So this is my buddy. So what I did was, I thought it would be a temporary thing, so I called my sister-in-law, Gift Basket Appeal, Trace. She knows the story well. So I said, Trace, I think I'm going to give him a temporary name. His temporary name will be Gunner. And Trace was like, you know, if you give that dog a name, he's staying. I tried to deny. And as you see, I didn't win, okay? So he's our baby. This is the baby. You know babies get away with murder. He gets away with murder, all right? He's such a cuddle dog. He is. But he's a great dog, all right? And yes, we are big-time dog lovers. My wife is a dog magnet, okay? If a stray dog is running in the streets, it's gonna cross her path. They all do. If every stray dog that she ran across came to this house, I wouldn't be quilting. I'd be taking care of dogs. That's what I would be doing, okay? All right, and that's Daria over there. That's my girlfriend. The only other female in the house, all right? And she is the greatest dog, okay? She has hip dysplasia, so that's why she's like, she doesn't get around very well, all right? She's getting a little older. She has hip dysplasia. And when the doc diagnosed her with hip dysplasia, it broke my heart. It really did. I actually shed tears, okay? This is my girlfriend here. We went to go pick up, there was a dog, a pit bull advertised. We wanted to get Dillinger a friend. So there was a pit bull advertised, but it wasn't her, it was a male. So we went out there to go, well, it was in South Georgia, right? We went, where was that?
I forget.
Yeah, we went to go get this dog, and there was a litter. It was a huge litter. And all of them came running out. And then one made a U-turn. And the one that made a U-turn to run back inside after they all came out was her. And I was like, that's my dog right there. So we picked her up, and we've had her since she was a baby. We've got pictures. Hopefully my wife will be able to put a picture of her when she was a baby on. She was so cute. And this is the one that intimidates everyone. Her bark is way worse than no bite. She has no bite, okay? She is an American Pit Bull Terrier, Brindle, but this is my girl. I love her, you know? So, you know how you're not supposed to say you have favorites, but I do, and this is her, all right? Dillinger's upstairs. Dillinger's super lazy, okay? Dillinger doesn't come downstairs. and that's the my bully, or should I say my wife's bully. That is Carmelo. He also was a rescue. The guy had to move. His apartment wouldn't allow dogs. He was younger then, but when he got him, I guess he had been abused. So he wanted to make sure he went to a good home. And I told him if he can pass the test with Daria, he can come in. And he came over. They had a little meeting, and Daria made sure the rules were understood. And as you see, he's living here too. We have 4. The other one's upstairs, Dillinger. He's older, so he naps, okay? You too, watch out. As you see, look, it's only fabric, it's only thread. I'm not offended when they get on. I think it's like a touch of magic when my dogs are on quilts, okay? So those of you who are cringing right now, don't worry. Don't worry. This is like a test because they're gonna be on this thing if he goes on the bed, okay? So I just work around it, all right? So we got our 110, right? I'm gonna go with a 4-inch border. So we're gonna go the other way. Soon as Gunner lets me measure, okay? So we're gonna go the other way. All right, here we go. Let's go. Gunner, watch out. Bubba. And we are exactly 91. So 91, 182 across. But if we add 8 inches, we're at 190, all right? So it's just some math thing you gotta work out, okay? Whether you wanna run your border lengthwise or you want, and catch it this way, you know, running lengthwise, catching it this way, or run the top that way and catch it. It's a way you gotta work out, but we'll walk through it, okay? Now, you're gonna have to let me know because I'm thinking about mitering the corners. I've never mitered a corner. I watched a great video that Crafty Gemini did, and I think I'm gonna miter the corners. I'm gonna try my first miter on this quilt, okay? Yeah, I think we're gonna miter. We're gonna miter, okay? So stay tuned. The next thing is the border. So we're just gonna cut the borders, put them on, and we're gonna miter. We're gonna go for a miter, all right? So this is also a first for me. All right, so when we come back, I guess we'll be mitering. We'll be attaching borders and mitering. Okay, all right. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and remember, it's only fabric and it's only thread.